In the quiet suburbs of Atlanta, Aisha Thompson began another day as a nanny for the affluent Whitaker family. At 45, with her braided hair neatly tied and a warm smile hiding her burdens, she stepped into a world that saw her as less than equal. But Aisha carried dreams deeper than they knew. Mrs. Whitaker greeted her with the usual curt nod, her eyes scanning Aisha as if measuring her worth by the stains on her uniform. "Be sure to clean up after the children today," she said sharply, implying Aisha's presence was merely tolerable. Yet Aisha nodded politely, her dignity intact. Little Timmy adored Aisha's stories, her voice weaving magic into his afternoons. She had been a teacher once, before life's twists led her here. But Mrs. Whitaker often interrupted, claiming Aisha's methods were too soft for our kind of family. The subtle barbs stung deeply. At lunch, Mr. Whitaker barely acknowledged her, his gaze lingering judgmentally as she placed plates down. "You're lucky to have this job," he once muttered, assuming her silence meant agreement. Aisha bit back her words, knowing her worth far exceeded their narrow views. Each day chipped away at her spirit, the unspoken prejudices hanging like shadows. Friends asked why she stayed, but Aisha loved Timmy and saw potential for change. Little did the family know, a storm was brewing within her patient heart. Pause 0.6s. In the backyard, moments of joy pierced the gloom as Aisha pushed Timmy higher on the swing. His laughter was her solace. But even here, Mrs. Whitaker's voice called out, "Don't let him get too attached, you're just help." The words cut like glass. The next morning, tensions escalated when Mrs. Whitaker handed Aisha her pay in a meager envelope. "That's all you're worth for the extra hours," she snapped, her tone dripping with condescension. Aisha's heart sank, feeling the weight of systemic unfairness pressing down harder. Counting the bills later, Aisha realized it was short again. No overtime, despite late nights caring for Timmy during family travels. The injustice burned, reminding her of countless Black women overlooked and underpaid in service roles across the nation. Timmy's older sister, influenced by her parents, mimicked Aisha's accent cruelly during playtime, calling her silly help. Aisha knelt, wiping his tears, her voice steady. Kindness matters more than words. But inside, the humiliation festered, urging her to speak up soon. Alone in the kitchen that evening, Aisha chopped vegetables with more force than needed, her mind racing with the day's slights. How much longer could she endure this? The family's casual dismissals of her intelligence and humanity were eroding her resolve. Calling a friend that night, Aisha shared her woes, her voice breaking slightly. "They treat me like I'm invisible," she confessed. Her friend urged her to quit, but Aisha hesitated. What if Timmy needed her? The dilemma deepened. Pause 0.6s. During family dinner, Mr. Whitaker complained loudly about the meal, blaming Aisha's simple tastes. She stood there, plate in hand, absorbing the insult without retort. The room's tension mirrored her inner turmoil, pushing her closer to a breaking point.